morning, everyone. Michelle with More to Life Outdoors here. We're going on an ATV ride today, and here is my dad, Billy.
Hi there.
He's going on the ride with us today. We're riding over to Bayhorse, which is an old mining town site. Here is my sister Renee, and here we have Rick and Lisa. Here we have Kimberly and Tracy. They're with Wonders Chasing Horizons. And here's my hubby, Robert. We're at 11 Mile Barn. This was a stopping spot because we're taking the old Custer Motorway toll road, and this is how they got supplies from Chalice over to Bonanza and Custer City. Anyways, you could change out your team here, and also I think, you know, just stay and rest for a bit, especially if it was cold, because they also did this during the winter time. So, but yeah, this is the old 11-mile barn station. What's left of it. It's kind of cool.
Remnants of one of the cabins here at Homestead Station. Pretty sure we filmed this last fall, but of course then it was fall with fall colors, and now this is summertime. In fact, today is July 5th, day after 4th of July. So we are now at Tollgate Station, another stop along the old toll road.
The toll road was completed in 1879. The following are the rates of toll established by the company over the new toll road from Bonanza to Chalice. The rates: one wagon and one span of animals, $4. Each additional span, $1. Man on horseback, 60 cents. Pack animals, 35 cents. Loose animals other than hogs or sheep, 25 cents. Hogs, 15 cents. Sheep, 10 cents.
There's Twin Peaks over there. You can actually see the little switchbacks getting up to the Twin Peaks fire tower. we're looking at here is Buster Lake. Really pretty little lake, nice and green. Here's another view from the other side of the lake.
We're at the Beardsley Excelsior claim or mine up above the town site of Bayhorse, and we'll be dropping down into the town of Bayhorse in the visitor center here just shortly. Stopped here to stretch the legs and give everyone a chance to take a look at all of this. We'll be going down that trail right there that drops us into Bayhorse. Coming down here to this little overlook. This, actually, you can follow the fence if you want down to the road, which is down below us, which we'll be taking at the ATVs here momentarily, but it's kind of a good overlook. You can kind of see what's left of the old tracks and trestles. See, there's actually originally with two sets, a set running here and a set running over there. But you can see it's some rugged country, but also very beautiful.
Bayhorse is a ghost town in Custer County, Idaho, founded in 1877, though active development of the town did not begin until 1880. In 1882, the town increased its smelting capabilities, producing $300,000 worth of silver over the course of the year. By 1885, the town had grown to 300 residents, supported by a mill, 3 stores, a hotel, a restaurant, a meat market, a lodging house, and 5 saloons. The same year, the town built a refinery, allowing the mining industry to issue silver bars, and by 1900, the town had extracted over $10 million in total ores, including silver, lead, and copper.
These are the charcoal kilns right outside Bayhorse. You can see in the picture the kilns are here and the town is over here. So here's the remnants of the kilns. All the trees, you can't really see the town over there. We're going over that way here in a second. You can kind of see through the trees there. So there's 5 of them here. Kind of cool that they're still here. So we are at Bayhorse from 9 to 5. Welcome to Bayhorse. Or transportation. Some of the cool old equipment. Not even sure what this building was for. That's interesting. Dryer building. Old equipment. Look at the belts on that. General Electric. Looks like a ore bin of some kind. What do they call it? Oh, how about the smelter up on the hill? So the trek over here took us a little longer than we had planned. Stops, plus rescued a couple. They had a dead battery. Had to use my ATV to give them a jump start. And then just stopping to see everything. So I don't know how much of this we'll get to see today. A cool stone building. It's interesting how they used like asphalt shingles for their siding on that old building. There's an old outhouse, and looks like that could have been, yeah, it could have been either an old shaft or maybe just like a cold storage. I'm thinking maybe cold storage because there's another one over here. Almost kind of cool. Old buildings. Old building that looks like it's got a newer asphalt sheet on top of the roof, which makes sense. These old buildings, once the roof goes, the building's usually not far behind. So it looks like that's a newer roof they've put on there to help preserve it. A place to stay. Partial stone wall there. Unfortunately, a collapsed building. And another stone building up there. But yeah, some more old buildings down there. Prospects and discovery. Of course, they're still working on a lot of these buildings to restore them. Some of them, of course, are boarded up for safety. Don't want people going into them. And then you can see this one here. They've put some new rafters in, shored up the walls. Again, trying to preserve this old historic site. This is the bottom portion of the Bayhorse mill. Old washing machine. Hard rock, hard life. Yes, it was. Here's one of the old ore bins. And an outhouse here. And then of course you got the upper part of the mill. Find a lot of these old mills built on the side of hills like this. As my understanding is, in part of their process, they utilize gravity to help them with the work. Not sure, but I think that up there above the mill looks like it could have been a small ore bin. All right, Kimberly and Tracy. What do you guys think of your adventure for today?
This was an awesome adventure.
It was epic. Last time, last ATV ride, I thought was epic. This was even more.
And you were the driver this time.
I was driving.
Yeah, I would have loved to have the camera on her face when she started going up that ATV.
What?
That first?
What, the scary face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we turned on that and immediately just started climbing.
Oh my God.
It didn't even break into a little trail.
Nope.
I'm
There
going,
was no-
oh man.
Yeah, there was no time. It was, told you, ATV trail now.
Yeah.
Up the hill we go.
Yeah, when Billy was in the front and said, lock him in four-wheel drive, I'm thinking, oh boy. Because I knew there wasn't no mud out here.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was very
I
fun.
loved it.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for coming. Lovely wife.
They shouldn't be thanking us yet.
We still got to get back.
I
We still
know,
gotta
right?
get back home.
Oh, we already discussed it. We got 2 pieces of pizza and some peanuts. We have
After visiting the historic mining town of Bayhorse, we opted for an alternative return route to camp. Our path skirted around the mountain and reconnected with the Custer Motorway, also known as the Toll Road. Rather than taking the ATV trail back over the mountain, we utilized Forest Service roads which led us back to the motorway near Chalice, Idaho. The junction at Fanny's Hole Trail marked where we previously used the ATV trail to go over the mountain to Bayhorse. From this point, it was a straightforward ride back to camp. We were all pretty tired and hungry, so we hot-footed it back to camp where we ate some dinner and took a hot shower to wash off the dust. This excursion spanned the entire day, covering approximately 106 miles. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your feedback and comments, as well as any likes and shares. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our future adventures. Remember, get outdoors and experience life. We look forward to sharing our next adventure with you.